What's happening, people? Ajax on the scene, the humanist. Yeah. What's cracking, people? What's cracking, YouTubers? Guys having a good day? Hopefully you are. Just chilling out making a video. Anyways, this is my new YouTube account. I'm going to try to take this stuff in a different direction than I had previous. I'm going to be a little nicer, so I get some more subscriptions, so on and so forth. See if I get you guys in a deeper perspective, and hopefully you can give me a deeper perspective. Let me know what you think. It's the main thing about this channel. You can let me know what you think. And you hate me, you love me, I ain't going to block you. Say what you want. If you do say some racist, ignorant stuff, I may just have to curse you out. There's no promises I want, alright? But I'm going to try to refrain to cursing and all that other stuff just so I don't polarize people. So what's happening? Humanism, the humanists of America, or just the humanists of the world. What does that mean? Why do I say that? Why do I associate myself with it? Well, a few different reasons. I'm going to give you a little background on me. Father was a Jehovah's Witness, grew up, converted to Christianity. Mother is a Buddhist, or, you know, where the hell she believes at this certain point in time. Mother very spiritual. My dad pretty spiritual. Not as spiritual as my mom, because my mom believes in, like, out there stuff. But it's still cool. It's cool. Because it's because of them my perspective of what it is today. And I'm happy for it. Alright, I'm going to get into humanism and humanists. But before I can do that, I'm going to let you guys know a little secret of mine. I actually came up with the definition of humanism and humanist before I found out there's actually already, you know, words humanism and humanist. That was going to be in Webster. Oh well. Alright, what is humanism, you may ask? Well, I'm going to let you know. Humanism is an understanding that automatically, just from the human power or the human ability to communicate and to organize, we can change the world. We either change it for the betterment, or if we choose to do nothing, we can allow an ignorant state of mind to let it go for the worst. And I understand this. And this is the problem I do have with a lot of religions, that automatically they don't want you to question, because if you question, automatically you might come to question their authority and their rule of law, or their rule to which, you know, they're absolutely right and you have to follow them blindly. And this is something I think Jesus would have been 145% against. And yes, I do believe in Jesus Christ. I'm not sure his name was Jesus. I'm not sure he lived during the time they did, and I'm not sure what color he was, but personally, it is irrelevant. And if any of those facts, and you're Christian, and you honestly have to believe any one of those for you to worship him, then you do not know him. But I'm not here to talk about Jesus. That's a different video. Anyways, I'm here to talk about humanism. So like I was saying, humanism, the understanding, just the understanding that from our ability to organize and, you know, come together and just communicate, we can change the world. For instance, if today every person in America said, fuck the squirrels, we want them out. We're going to kill every squirrel, and every person was on the same page in America that said, we got to kill all the squirrels would be dead in about a month. Easily. Easily. Just because of the fact we have that power. And that truthfully is something like a godlike power. It's the power to change our world and say, this is what we don't like about it, we're going to change it because we can do it. Now, like I said previously, most churches and most religion don't want people to come to this understanding of questioning, because they don't want their authority to be questioned. Because most of them are reliant on a system of, you know, just blind faith or blind acceptance, or just pure fucking acceptance, that to bring any type of questioning to that is just scary to them. Main reason I think the Catholic Church hasn't changed their stance on not allowing, you know, priests to get married, and what else? Oh, there's a whole bunch of other just stupid shit. But I digress. I'm not here to talk about religion. Again, that's another video. But what I am here to talk about is humanism and humanists. Now, why do I call myself a humanist? I call myself a humanist because of the fact that I kind of take a logical stance at just looking at people and how and what we can do as people and as, you know, just a society in and of itself to better the world. And I think that's the thing that everybody should be doing. It's just, like I said, religion kind of messed it up. And before, I know what most people are thinking. You're thinking, oh, you're talking against religion. Well, that means you're talking against God. No. And this is true, and this is going to be the truth forever and ever and ever, and just understand it. And like I said to my first video, ask yourself if what I'm saying is wrong, or you just disagree with it because it's your personal perspective and you've held it for so long that it kind of just messes with you. But don't be afraid of change. If you're afraid of change, then you're not going to change. And the only people that see the world in black and white are people who can't see anybody else's. So understand this. Religion is man-made. Religion in and of itself is man-made. God isn't. You need to understand the difference. Religion is a certain understanding that automatically we are going to preach a certain doctrine and you need to follow it word for word. If not, you're going against God. Well, that's what they want to claim. But in all reality, you're just going against religion. So understand the difference between the two. Now to continue on with my humanists. Like I said, humanists believe that we, just as a species, can communicate to the degree that we can change the world. And for too long, people have not wanted to accept this understanding because they would have to take personal responsibility for the lack or unwillingness to help others. And like Jesus, unlike Jesus, most Christians don't do what he said and don't actually take action in their personal lives to help people. And I think that is honestly a disgrace to his name. Jesus said, help the hungry, help the poor, clothe the naked, and treat others like you want to be treated. Simple stuff, but for some magical reason, Christians seem to forget it. But I digress. I'm not here to talk shit against Christians. That's another video. What I'm here to do is to try to let people to understand what a humanist is and why they should kind of understand it and accept it to a certain degree. You don't have to. I'm not trying to force anything. I'm not fucking God or whatever the fuck you want to think. I'm me. I'm having my perspective, but I do believe that the world needs a whole lot of changing, and there's no way that we can bring about this change unless we are willing to realize what is wrong. If we continue with the ignorant state of mind and a state of just non-involvement, we are taking a stance of acceptability to let whoever else is fucking up the world to continue with it, or a stance in which we can't actually affect the world in a negative way, so I'm just going to be ignorant to every action and every instance that I affect the world in. So, I mean, it's ignorance, so please wake up from it. I'm not saying that you have to completely flip your life around, but just try to help people. Because, I mean, is there anything, do you honestly think that God would be upset with you for helping people? I don't think so. I think that, honestly, if there is a heaven, it should be based off what your actions are on this world. Not which imaginary character you believe in or pray to. What you do to make this world a better place. That's what it should be. If you have something against that or don't believe it, then, you might be ignorant. And with that said, I'm going to leave off on this point. Now, if you're Christian, this is for you. Now, like Jesus said, take understanding of helping people. Help the poor, help the sick, help clothe the naked, feed the hungry. Do it. There's practical ways you can do this in an everyday, manner. I'm going to let you in on one or a certain way that you can do this. If you're a Christian and you give money to the church every Sunday, understand this and please just take it into consideration. If you are going to give $40 to a church, give them $30, or better yet, $20. And whatever money that you don't give to the church or money that you were going to give to the church, take it out and reposition it to someone who honestly needs it. Someone who would have just a completely better day because of the fact that you took $10 and take 20 steps out of your way to help them out and to give it to them. And after you give it to them, if you are religious, just hand them $10 and say, God bless you, and continue on your way. That's it. You don't need to force Christ on them or say, here's $10, you need to believe in Jesus. No. Don't do that, because automatically you're setting a standard to which a person has to accept it. So automatically they're either going to be taken aback or just feel just guilty about not considering Jesus. Just be good people and try to help people in a manner to which they'll accept it, they'll understand it, and try to just do better with themselves. And the best way you can do that is just be humble and care about people. And that's the whole new stance I'm trying to take. It's a little hard because there's a lot of ignorance out there and I see it. But like I said, I'm trying to take a new direction. So please hear what I'm saying. And like I said, ask yourself if I'm really wrong or is it just going against your perspective. Thank you. And like always, peace, love, respect. A. Jones, the Humanist, out.